If you ever copied Markdown from ChatGPT, you know the pen. Extra spaces, broken formatting, weird bullet points. You paste it into Grok, Cursor, Windsurf, or even Cloud, and nothing looks right. And you feel like you've wasted 10 minutes fixing it manually. But I think I found a stupid simple hack that cleans it instantly and make it paste ready anywhere. So if you work with LLMs or AI tools, this video will save you hours every week. Let's get into it. If you ever had to ask AI to generate Markdown for you or any type of file formatting, sometime you'll get into the situation where it'll do it perfectly, right? You'll just do it inside of a container like this one that you can just copy. And when you're pasting this container, it looks exactly right. Like you have everything you want, well formatted, no problem. Everything looks great, right? But that's only happening when you don't have code or bullet point or number list inside of it. Now, if I go down, so let me zoom quickly. If I go down over here and I ask it to add sub-bullets item, numbered item, and quote blocks, this is when it gets interesting because even ChatGPT is going to struggle rendering that. And that's often because of the brackets, because you see when it's rendering it, it's displaying Markdown like this. So you have the Markdown in Markdown format, and it has the text going on over here, right? So cursor rules for Ruby on Rails, and so on. But as soon as you have code inside of it, it gets confused because now you have this bracket inside of it, right? So it doesn't know where it ends and where it begins, and this is when it starts being confused. And you get a situation like this one, where it just lost. It doesn't know where's the end, where's the beginning, because now there's multiple bracket outside and inside, and it doesn't know quite how to handle it. The solution that I'm going to show you is going to show you how you can copy this kind of format and keep it all together. Because right now, if I scroll all the way to the bottom of the page and click copy, is it going to paste it as I want it to? So you can see here that it's already broken, right? You have the right here are not put properly. You have numbers over here. So there's still a lot of formatting to do. So all of the Markdown that we had, we have it at the beginning over here until it's cut from not being Markdown anymore. So until file's name right here. You see file's name. And below it is not rendering Markdown as we want, right? Because it looks like it's has actually rendered Markdown on the page. And when you copy it's copying it with the rendered format because it doesn't even understand how to split things out over here, right? So how do you deal with these kind of situations? There's a couple of solutions out there. And one of the solutions that I found is actually to use this tool called Obsidian. So Obsidian created a clipper that they call a Obsidian clipper. So let's find it. So this is a clipper that they created. You can add it to Chrome. And once it's added to Chrome, you can just save a page and copy the content of the page. And, it should be easy for you to extract some of the data. So that's one solution that I found. And you can just click here and add this to your browser. Let's give it a test first of all. So you have to click here. I say Obsidian, save this page. Then it's going to ask me how I want to save it. Then I have to specify how I want to save it in Obsidian. One of the things that I've tried to do was to copy to clipboard like this. You can see that here it already has rendered some of the content as Markdown. So if I go back up, we had the file's name. Remember, there were an issue with file's name right there. So if I scroll down, starting here, and you had some trouble rendering the second part. But as you look at over here, it's already rendered properly. So if I copy and paste this, it's already kind of rendered properly, you see? So all of that problem that we had is suddenly solved. And we did all of that in just a few seconds really easily. And I believe you can even copy specific part of the page. If I were to copy this thing right here, let's see if it's going to get this right. And I do Obsidian, and I say save this page, and let's copy this to clipboard. And then you see it's only copied the specific part that I wanted to copy. And we don't have these, well, wait a minute. So we have code style, and we do have the Markdown still not rendered. So he did it really well. So you figure out that this is where Markdown, this shouldn't be rendered. He got this right. So that's great. So this is one solution. Now, the other solution that I came up with is a completely different solution that I started doing by just copying everything on the page. So let's try to do that. So I'm going to copy everything on the page. like this, or even maybe I can just copy like this, right? And then I head over to Notion and I paste it. Right now it looks like Notion actually ended up copying this thing right here, right? So, but what I usually do, I will remove that, create a code block and paste it. And you can see that it got it right this time. So this is my little trick. This is free. You can just literally like do what I did, where you paste it into Notion, create a code block. To create a code block, all you have to do is using those brackets that I mentioned. So you type in 3 times, or you have to change a field into a code block on Notion. So by turning into a code block right here, and then you paste it inside of it. And you'll see that it's going to preserve and maintain the Markdown exactly how you need it. And now, if you're working with a different tool, like Grok, for example, you can just copy, the Markdown that you wanted to copy, let's say this one, and then you can just head over to Grok and paste it. And then it will maintain that structure. So I found it really helpful when I want to try different LLM and ask different AI different questions, but I want to take the content of one AI and paste it somewhere else and get the feedback of the other AI, then bring it back to the other one. But because of that inconsistency with the output, I often have to format it. But now, since I've found this little hack with Notion and then with Obsidian, this is not a problem anymore. So now I can literally just copy that. And if I wanted to paste it into Cursor, I can do that with no problem. So this is a little hack for resolving those formatting issues. I even tried to build my own solution in the past because I was really frustrated about this. And I built this tool called, I don't think I even gave it a name yet. Let's call it Markdown Downloader. And what you can do is just copy your entire page as Markdown, or you can activate the enable selection copy. And what you can do is, let's say if you wanted to copy that, I will just go here, select it all the way down, again, all the way down, and I'll say copy selection to Markdown. And in principle, it should have preserved that format. So let's see. So we got the Markdown here correctly. We got the file's name again, and you can see here that it has preserved the Markdown as well. So that's my own tool. I tried to launch it on the Chrome store. They rejected it. I have a couple of things to fix, but I have other priorities, and I think I found a very easy way to do that with the 2 tools that I recommended. I might actually make this one open source. If you guys are interested, just comment below if you want me to release it, and then I'll see how many comments I get, and I'll decide to release it. So yeah, so this is how you do it with those 3 different tools that I mentioned. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't miss one of those videos right here where I talk a little bit more about building with AI. Thank you for watching, and I see you guys in the next one.